The question of nature or nature versus nurture or nurturing nature or naturing nurture has been the never-ending debate since the birth of time. And this is especially prevalent in fitness because there's people that are like, wait, should I even try because my genetics suck? And then there are people that you see with insane genetics, like a 5-year-old with a six-pack, and you're like, yo, that guy's gonna be in the NFL someday, but they never did anything with it. So the main schools of thought are, with nature, it's what's in you, what's in your DNA, what's in your genetics. Your parents are both fucking jacked as fuck. Your mom is 6'10", 300 pounds and benches 900. Your dad is a rhinoceros. Came together when you were born, you were fucking jacked out of your mind and you were breaking rocks with your face ever since you were 5 years old. And then you have nurture, where you were born 2 pounds with 4 fingers, and your parents are musicians, and somehow they taught you to use your 4 little fingers to fucking shred on the guitar like a motherfucker. Those are the 2 extreme examples of nature versus nurture, but no one has been able to figure out which one is the key to success. But my question is, does it really matter? In my personal opinion, the question isn't even nurture versus nature. I believe that nurture reveals your true nature. And there's no one that's ever gonna run 90 miles an hour. There's no one that's ever gonna be over 15 feet tall. There's no one that's ever gonna have 50-inch arms. The human genetic potential, I feel like, already has been set, and you're not gonna see someone jump and be able to teabag a basketball rim. That's not gonna happen. We see people, you know, your wrist, maybe your elbow, and some people get almost eye level, but to be able to jump all the way in and fucking clap your hands and stick both of your toes through the rim, you're probably not gonna see that in our lifetime because it's already set in our DNA. So with that being said, I think yes, a lot of us are born with great potential. There are probably people that are born with the genetic potential to already squat 1,000 pounds. Where when I first started benching, I was repping 65 pounds. That's the 45-pound bar and 110 on each side, and I was struggling and my fucking arms was fucking dancing doing the Cabbage Patch. And I have another buddy of mine who wrestled in the same weight class and he maxed out at 225, weighing 130 pounds. There's just people that are like that, but that's your starting point. Someone like me who started off at 65 pounds, because I was able to push at it and I really wanted to get stronger, I went from 65 pounds to now ripping 315 with my highest PR being 385. My buddy, who I still keep in contact with, who maxed out at 225, I don't even know if he can hit 135 anymore because he got old, he got fat, he got kids, he's just sitting on a couch, and he ruined his genetic potential. So does it really matter if you have the potential to squat 1,000 pounds, but you never nurtured it and you stay at 300? Or if you have the genetic potential to squat half of that, but you try your ass off and you're able to squat 500 pounds? In my opinion, that's more important. So unless you're chasing a world record or you're trying to set that new human potential, wondering if it's nature versus nurture or if you have the right genetics, it doesn't fucking matter. I think the classic example, honestly, is just me versus Nadim. Nadim is a fucking beast. He squatted almost 600 before he was even 21 years old. The first time I ever saw him squat, he was repping over 405. With me, I've had my body looked at by a lot of coaches already, and because of my long femurs, they all tell me I'm gonna have a hard time squatting over 500 just in my entire life. But I'm not gonna let that hold me back. I really wanna squat 500. I don't really give a fuck what anyone says. I'm gonna keep trying and trying and trying. And I feel like I have at least 60 years ahead of me to keep trying, and one day I will hit that 500. So to me, what's most important is knowing what your goal is, and don't let anyone tell you because you were born with something or it's not in your DNA or whatever that you can't achieve what you want. And yes, I'm calling you out, Nadim. I'm gonna beat you because you have great genetic potential. Honestly, I think Nadim could probably front squat like 6,000 pounds if he wanted to, but he's so fucking lazy. Just earlier he came here and he was just fucking around the whole time. So I'm talking shit. You know how between those fight promos, people always talk shit? Well, this is my attempt on talking shit on the beam. So if you guys are wondering, do I have what it takes to achieve my goals? 100% I believe you do. Don't ever let any physical restrictions or what you think could be a physical restriction hold you back from achieving your goals. Always try as hard as you can to achieve your goals, because ultimately it's always about the journey and it's not about the destination. For example, if I never squat 500, let's say I try my ass off and on my deathbed I'm like, oh, I was only able to squat 496. I'm still gonna be happy as fuck because I know that I spent my entire life trying to chase that goal and squatting with my friends over and over, and all the friends that I've made, all the friends that have caught me dumping the weight and side spotting me and laughing at me and cheering me on. That entire experience is far more important than me actually squatting those additional 4 pounds.